What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this one I'm going to be continuing to show you how to make Bendy in the ink machine. This is part 12, and this is the finale of chapter 2. Does that sound familiar? Same amount of parts as the first one. I say at one point, I think in this tutorial, that there'd be another part after this. That's a lie. We got it all finished in this part. It's really not a ton, especially detail-wise. It's fairly basic. But yeah, that is all. So with that being said, enjoy the tutorial. Ignore those buttons, those are map buttons, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alright, so we're going to try to manage this inventory wise as best as we can. Really what I'm going to do is just get out 9 materials that we're going to start with, and we're going to kind of keep switching out as we need to and whatever. So start by getting out the following. To start, you want a block of coal, black stained glass pans, item frames, block of stripped bamboo, bamboo trap doors, bamboo mosaic slabs. That is not bamboo, or that was not what whatever. Oak slabs, structure voids, and oak signs. So we're gonna need a lot of this like throughout, so we are just going to, whenever it's convenient, remove things, and we have to may have to immediately get them back out. It's not ideal, I know, but we'll just have to deal with it. So starting immediately from this, it's really where there's no ceiling, just starting from where there is a ceiling. On the left side, you want to take the second chisel bookshelf, which is this guy, and place a block of strip bamboo in front of it, facing front to back. Just have a bamboo trapdoor open against the front. We don't have one on the back because behind this you'd have another trapdoor open on the back half of that block. Behind that, crouch with a strip bamboo, and then another trapdoor open against the back of that one. Cool. Then leaving I guess a block gap behind that. You'll be on this stripped oak wood, just behind the stripped jungle. You'll have an oak slab, which will then bring down diagonally back twice. Behind that, block of stripped bamboo facing up. Mosaic slab on top. In the air, forward diagonally left from that slab, you'll have a black stained glass pane. Above that, a gap of 1, and then another pane, and then in what would be the ceiling, you'll have a block of coal. Also from that coal, if you count forward 1, or I guess place a block forward 1 that's just a placeholder, then 1 to the right, and then another coal that'll just be there for now. On the right side, this wall, you'll take the third stripped oak wood row back, and the top one you replace with a coal, and up diagonally, kind of left, you'll have one in the ceiling. Behind the coal in the wall, you'll place 3 item frames. Each of them you'll extend down by 1 each, and those item frames will be brought forward 1, which will be this way, and also back 2. From that, what is that, 6? Yeah, the center 2 item frames you'll bring down, along with 1 more back. From this furthest back barrel here that you use for the panes, you're going to count back to right 1, oak slab. You'll go up diagonally back twice. Behind that, you will have to break a sign, but you'll place a bamboo mosaic slab with a block of strip bamboo underneath. On the kind of wall panel to the left of this, the bottom row of stripped oak, you'll have item frames off the center 2. Middle row stripped oak, every single one will have an item frame, and the top row, out of the 2 center ones, the left one, you'll have an item frame off of. Get rid of your coal, black stained glass panes, and we'll go block of strip bamboo and bamboo trapdoors, and get out ochre frog lights, oak trapdoors, composters, and oak pressure plates. Yeah, that's fine. And on the right side, well, I guess if you were to just take this corner here, turn the corner on the right side, the third chisel bookshelf out, you'll place an oak trapdoor open against the wall. Have 2 more above it also, like so. Moving on here to this panel, you're going to place a row of structure voids in line with the second and top rows of strip jungle, which will be second and fourth. And you'll just have an oak sign off the left side of each of these structure voids. You don't want to place any further on the one side that you'd be able to. In this little divot on the left side, kind of here you're placing a composter, and also I want to say it's back right but shifted one forward. You'll have another composter. Oak pressure plate on either one. I love the pressure plates on that. That just covers the hole. In the ceiling, you would have... Essentially, if you were to take this panel, kind of with the weird strip jungles coming in on the top corners, you'll take this oak plank just to the left, and a block out from it, and in the ceiling, you'll have an ochre frog light there with an oak trapdoor underneath. I know we're just kind of placing things where they will be. It's weird, but just the process. We'll get there. Get rid of, I don't know, your bamboo mosaic slabs, along with... I think we'll get rid of the composters and oak pressure plates, sure. And get out black stone walls, sandstone walls, and mud brick walls. And again, turning this corner and this opening on the left where you have the black concrete, you'll place kind of between these two strip jungle pillars, mud brick walls on these sides, with also mud brick walls connecting the top. Same thing, structure voids connecting the top, or I guess not the top, but the mud bricks below the top row that is fully connected, and also at the bottom. Off the top structure voids, you'll have oak signs on the outside, with also on the side mud brick walls, and from the bottom ones, you'll have these signs on the inside instead. Okay, well, I'm having issues. There we go. Cool. This next kind of bend, in this corner, you'll have going up two blackstone walls, sandstone, blackstone. And then if you were to, again, like, place a light on top of this and place then another one diagonally out, which is an ochre frog light, you'll have an oak trapdoor underneath, and bam, there you go. Oh, brother, this next one is going to be fantastic to mark. Get rid of your atom frames and get out strip jungle wood. That is not where that is. Not in my inventory. And on the right side here, so where you have this kind of opening... If you take this strip jungle row here, just kind of when the wall goes out and creates this strange open area, you want to leave a gap of 3, place another pillar of 4, gap of 4, another pillar of 4. You will connect those 2 pillars here together with the bottom and top rows with structure voids with oak signs to the left of them, along with on the jungles as I'm doing there. Oh, this is so painful to place for some reason. Oh my god. Like so. And then out of these center 2 rows, the bottom of them, you'll have structure voids, again, with oak signs this time on the right side, and they will also go off of the jungle the same way. So, yeah. We'll do the funny thing where if you take this front pillar and place a frog light on top, you will extend it forward 1, left 2, and that will be the one that you keep, that end one. And then you'll place another one kind of moving towards you and have oak trapdoors on the underside. I just want to make sure that they face the same way. It bothers me if they aren't. In the kind of back right corner of this little area that is, you know, a block lower, you'll place a sandstone wall on the floor. 2 blackstone above, sandstone, blackstone. We'll have to come back to that in a sec, but we cannot yet. So... heading to where you have this funny little, like, where the respawn thing is, basically. If you don't know where that is, if you just kind of follow this line straight, it'll be where you have this opening to the right. Not where you would actually be going, like, this right, the next area. And in the left corner here, you'll have 2 blackstone walls moving up, sandstone, blackstone again. You'll have the same thing outside of this area, along this same wall, just before these 2 rows of strip jungle, which should be right here. Out of those rows of 2 strip jungle, the back more row, which is this one, you'll have the mud brick walls on the sides, also connecting at the top. Structure voids below those mud brick walls and also connecting the bottom. Cool. Now, what can we do? Is it a clear inventory time? I think it is, actually. Yeah, you can clear your inventory. We're kind of getting all over the place here. And get out the following to kind of just like, I don't know about finish this area, but just get further at least. You want blackstone stairs, oak stairs, oak planks. What's the other thing? Oak fence gates, that was it. String. Where is string? There it is. Block of coal. Ochre frog lights. Oak trap doors. and black stained glass panes. So in this little corner here, it's the same thing if you remember how to do the revive station or the revive little statue, go for it, do it. If not, I can give you the block for block. From the backward corner, this one might be inverted actually. You'll take this back right and forward diagonally left. You have a black stone stair facing right. I feel like it is. Oak stair left of that facing left. Oak planks on either with oak fence gates on these sides that are opened against it. Set of upside down oak stairs over the planks facing into each other. Or away from each other, rather. On top of that set of oak stairs facing this time into each other. In either top corner, you'll replace the oak planks, like kind of on either side of the wall, with coal. And also in the ceiling, you'll have a coal like so. Yeah. Around the top layer of the head, you'll have the string behind that will come on these forward on these sides by 2. Next row, it'll only come forward by 1, but will still be fully along the back. And the next row, it's just the 4 along the back. And bottom is open. From the black stone stair here, you'll break 2 planks out. And also from the original one, break 1 to the right and just fill with coal. What I'm also actually going to tell you to do is take the top of the little bendy statue and off either oak stair, you'll place an oak trapdoor off the top half. Crouch and place above the ochre frog lights. Just an easier way to place that light. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Get rid of your string and oak fence gates and get out dark oak signs and yellow dye. And off of this strip jungle pillar here, this kind of closer one, you'll take the, not the eye level block, but one up. Dark oak sign, count down a line, you'll do the, what is that? Less than symbol, a hyphen or dash, space, and then just type exit in all caps. And then you can place your yellow dye on it. You can glow ink sack it if you want. I don't, but I like better. There is an ochre frog light. It's technically between these 2 pillars, but it's actually shifted over a row. So if you were to place the 2 ochre frog lights between like so, you're just kind of bring them over a block so they're in line with this one where the bendy statue is. And you'll have the oak trapdoors underneath as well. There's another one, if you actually just trace this one down, it's 2 blocks away from the end of the, like this wall here. That is 1 block away. Should be there. 1 block off the left, 2 off the back, as you can see. I think above my visualize that better. 1, 2, bam, 1, bam. Actually, kind of directly behind the left half of this, you can place a block of coal in the ceiling. It will be a block away. It won't actually be directly against it, but, you know. Top strip jungle here on this pillar behind, you'll replace with a coal. Pane, gap of 1 below, another pane. Next up, is just that coal? I think so, yeah. Taking this set of oak stairs where the little, again, the hole in the floor is, I call it a hole, but it's not. The stair that'll be pointed kind of across, the, I guess, opposite of, or different from all the others, you'll replace with a black stone stair, still facing the same way. Block of coal in the floor behind it from this angle. Bottom 2 strip jungle on this pillar will be replaced with coal. And also on this wall, not the top strip jungle, but actually this oak plank to the right of it, you replace with a coal. Up diagonally in coal there, which will be brought in each direction by 1. And then I can take this coal, this furthest out one, bring it just all the way down with black stained glass panes, and if I leave the top one, break the next one, leave the one after that, and then break that one, and leave the one on the floor, that'll give you this kind of quick drip. Dripping, I guess, not drip. There's a difference. Well, no, it's still close enough. Okay, is this the point where we lay out more of the hallway? Or the point where we don't? The point where we do. No, we don't. That's not for fun. Clear your inventory, though, regardless, and get out the following. Pistons. Stripped oak wood. I think we will need one more part after this, by the way. It'll probably be short, but still. Beehives. Oak buttons. Oak signs. Block of strip bamboo. Bamboo mosaic slab. Oak trapdoors. And mud brick walls. So on this wall, the 2 oak plank 4x4 panels. You want to break the center 2 blocks from the bottom going up for 3 rows in total, like so. The bottom right, you'll place a piston. In the full top row, you'll place beehives, facing just out. And then the rest is stripped oak wood facing up, which is kind of annoying to place, but well. Off the bottom left stripped oak wood, you'll place an oak sign. Off of the, I guess, middle right block in total, you'll place an oak button, and there's that. In the back corner next to this hole in the wall, you'll have a block of stripped bamboo facing up with a mosaic slab above. You'll have to break a sign for that from this hole in the wall. Almost turned fully around. Oh, okay, we actually did not... Oh, we didn't go as far as I thought we did. Oh, okay, that's fun. Clear your inventory then, and let's extend this. Get out chiseled bookshelves. I thought we had, like, one more turn. Stripped oak wood. Stripped jungle wood. Beehives. Oak planks. Oak stairs. Ochre frog lights. Oak trap doors. And oak door. Sure, why not? So from this opening, we're going to take the left side to start, I've decided. You want to extend out from this stripped jungle with 4 chiseled bookshelves and then another stripped jungle. You'll then now extend left, so kind of off into the distance, with 2 chiseled bookshelves, stripped jungle, then 6 chiseled bookshelves, stripped jungle, extend that jungle up by 1, back with 4 chiseled bookshelves, stripped jungle. I'll then extend what would be back again, so again, that way you can see. And then from here, you'll place a chiseled bookshelf facing into that stripped jungle, kind of behind it. Then in the floor behind that, a oak plank, like so. Beyond that, 2 chiseled bookshelves that should face into each other, just because you don't want to be able to see the opening from really anywhere. Then a stripped jungle again. And then you will head back towards the build, which would be right, I guess, from the grand scheme of things. And make sure you just copy the pattern that you have there. At least to the point until it obviously stops on that side, which should be right here. In addition to that, it's actually not hard. You're placing 4 chiseled bookshelves, strip jungle, and then you'll connect that jungle with this jungle with chiseled bookshelves. Cool. To kind of situate the funny little increase, or I guess the floor level changing. These strip jungles where they're too tall, you want to connect the bottom ones together with oak stairs facing kind of to the, I guess it'd be to the right. This little area at the top of the stairs will fill in with oak planks in line with the stairs. And then everything else will be a block lower in line with the floor that we have. So yeah, I'll think we'll get up to the hallway, and then I'll probably... that's weird. That's really weird, man. I don't know. I could technically just power through it. Neither of these rooms are massive. We might. It's, again, like, these rooms don't take long, so I'm like, If we're only 20 minutes in, there's no point in not finishing. Extend each stripped oak wood, or chisel bookshelf up with 3 stripped oak wood, each jungle up with 3 stripped jungle, and that's actually all. Make sure, like, where the jungle is already brought up by 2, that you just bring it up the additional 3, so it's with the other height. And also make sure you go over top of the doorway with the top 2 blocks. We don't have a door in this doorway. The door actually is propped open. You'll see what I mean in a little bit. As in probably the next step, since we actually have them. But yeah. Once we get like that situated with the height there, we're going to actually fill in the ceiling of everything, and then we'll just finish the bit of the hallway and then go from there. Yeah, I feel like we should just finish this. I know I said there'd be another part, but I don't know. Like, we're almost there. So from the end here, To the right of the door, you want to just kind of off this chisel bookshelf, place an oak door, and the handle should default to face out like that. If you're in Java and it doesn't do that, just make it face like that. These strip jungle pillars here, the ones that where it gets taller, you'll connect together with the sideways strip jungle. The little 4x4 behind it will be filled in with beehives facing kind of front to back along this hallway. The one exception, I guess, here is you do have a light, and it is going left to right. It's closer to the door, so you'll break those two beehives, ochre froglets with oak trap doors underneath. As an unfortunate side note, this hallway does not line up perfectly from this side, so I'm going to actually tell you to go all the way to the other end, which should be right here, and you should just start from this pillar. Now, before I actually confirm that, I want to make sure. Yeah, you just start with the 4 beehives and whatever, strip jungle, and just kind of copy the pattern to continue the pattern. You don't have to do it here if you don't want. If you're looking at it like this is dumb, you can just fill it flat with beehives. It's not a huge deal, but because I tried to keep it consistent for the most part, I do have it here, and I might as well just add it now. And you should go over top of like every doorway and pretty much everything perfectly. It works very well here. Whoopsies. Assuming you don't mess it up. And just kind of work around whatever we've already embedded into the ceiling. I know that was kind of strange, just placing things floating, but it's my way, so. Sometimes my way isn't conventional. And as I had mentioned, I guess briefly, the end of the hallway won't line up. So you're going to have like a pillar going through the center of it in the ceiling. It is what it is. It's unfortunate, but you just have to live with it, I suppose. There are a lot of areas in this game where you can look at the ceiling and you can see that. This isn't really one of those areas where you could do that because you're kind of being chased by a big scary man. Also, the other thing that I would want to point out, or I do want to point out with that, is this is a console video. I recorded this from console and, you know, imported it and did whatever from there. So, if there are things that are weird, you just have to remember that, again, it was a console build, so a lot of things are definitely gonna be strange. And, yeah. And that should kind of line up there, I think. Let me make sure, before I continue, that is, in fact, how that goes. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything weird with you, Mr. Bendy, man. I'll start filling these, I guess. Am I doing this the right way? I really wouldn't care if I wasn't, actually. Not enough, at least. But yeah. I'm kind of feeling like just finishing this today. I don't want a baldy situation where I misjudge my part lengths. Oh yeah, and you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the pillar would be here. Not ideal, as I mentioned, but it is what it is. It does line up kind of nicely with the end, because you got the 4 rows at least. It's better than I'd expect. Still not ideal, but yeah, we're gonna be like just at that 20-minute mark by the time this hallway gets finished, which is funny because I was like my mental cutoff. Like if we're over 20, I should just split it, but like if we're barely over 20, I'd rather be a little over 50 than have like a 20 and a 30. It just feels weird. Although it won't even be. I don't even think it'll be that long. I think it'll end up being maybe a 45, but anyway, you should have this. Still not done, though, with the hallway. Head back into the finished area, though, which would be kind of here. So this turn that we just added, the, I guess, first one we would have, the 4th chiseled bookshelf on the right, kind of going over, you'll have from it just 3 oak trap doors open against the wall going up. You'll also have one literally just before the staircase. That's a gap of 1 before it. You'll have the same 3. Cool. Get rid of your oak doors and oak trap doors and get out mud brick walls and structure voids. And add one of those kind of doorways here, almost just before, or just where you are looking straight at the door, like I am, just the strip jungle here. So mud brick walls on the sides, connect together at the ceiling, structure void at the top and bottom lines. That's the hallway done. So, let's just mark both rooms, shall we? I'm gonna get rid of my structure voids and mud brick walls and get out oak slabs. And I guess I'll go block of coal. That's fine. So, heading through this doorway here, I want to look back towards the kind of wall like so. The strip jungle on the right, I want to extend over with 2 chisel bookshelves. Strip jungle, and then I will extend back with 8 stripped oak wood that should all face up. I'm sorry in advance. Oh, I broke 2. Really unfortunate. And then behind that, it should just be a chisel bookshelf that I'll have face... I'll have a face to the, like, right, I guess, left. Then moving in from that, I'll place a strip jungle. 2 chisel bookshelves that should face into each other. Oak plank in the floor, which is where a door will go. Chisel bookshelf beyond that, that should just kind of face away. And then I will go... I'm gonna go with 3 strip jungle wood facing up. 2 of these are visible, the third one isn't. And then that third one I'll actually bring forward by 1 as well. I'll then continue forward with a chisel bookshelf facing right. Oak slab. Strip jungle wood. And then I'll extend kind of back to the right with... Well, not like inwards, but outwards. With 2 chisel bookshelves. Yeah, no, that's fine. Stripped jungle wood. And then back forward with 2 chisel bookshelves again. Oak slab. Chiseled bookshelf. Stripped jungle wood from there. And then I'll just connect back into the other stripped jungle wood with a couple chiseled bookshelves. Weird room, I know. Before we bring all that fancy stuff up, if you head, like, from this oak plank at the back and look kind of towards the wall here, you want to take this chisel bookshelf here on the far right and extend it out an additional 1, then out with a stripped jungle. I will then extend forward or towards me with 4 chiseled bookshelves, stripped jungle. Sick, I'm really glad. I should have known. I knew. I just, like, didn't do anything about it. I'll then place 4 oak planks. Strip jungle. 2 chiseled bookshelves. Strip jungle. Chiseled bookshelf. Stripped jungle. Then extend right with 4 chiseled bookshelves and a strip jungle. Then I'll go back from that in the floor with 4 oak planks. That was not 4. There we go. That is, though. And then another strip jungle. Left with 4 chiseled bookshelves. Strip jungle. 2 chiseled bookshelves. Oak plank in the floor. And then left of that a chiseled bookshelf not in the floor. Strip jungle. 2 chiseled bookshelves. Oak slab. Chiseled bookshelf. Strip jungle wood. Then you can extend back towards the front with 2 chiseled bookshelves. Stripped jungle. And then I think from there you're just connecting all the way forward. No, actually you're not. You're going forward with 11 chiseled bookshelves. Strip jungle. Then left with an oak slab. Another strip jungle. Then forward from there with 2 chiseled bookshelves. Oak slab and then another chiseled bookshelf. And you should kind of connect to this jungle here. Okay, you know the drill from this point. Everything we're doing, including the holes, just to get everything kind of filled a little bit. Oak planks for the floor. Every block I don't have to explain to fill up. Stripped oak is just 3 stripped oak wood up, by the way. In case that is important. For the holes in the wall, at least to the extent that you can, you're going to up diagonally left of it, place an upside down oak stair facing right. Up diagonally right from that stair and upside down oak stair facing left. The one exception is ironically the one that I've done here. That left stair wants to be a blackstone stair, so you can get rid of the ochre froglights and get out a blackstone stair and just smack it there. And also, while we're here, you can place coal on either side of that blackstone stair, like so, left and on top. But everything else we're just filling up for now. We'll get a couple of the coal areas in after we do this, but yeah. And yeah. Not too bad. We're like 30 minutes in. It'll be a little long, but it's not going to be like insane. But then again, I could always split it in half. That's technically speaking an option for me. Also, just like leave this side open. We'll fill that in later with black concrete. That's always something for me that I think people don't realize is sometimes an issue, is like trying to figure out how long the video is or how it's going to be. I can sometimes get a sense, but I think with this especially it's hard because you think it'll be shorter sometimes and it might not be. Like the detailing isn't the kind of like Poppy Playtime detailing where a single room will take 30 minutes. Like each room will only take 10 or 15 because it's a lot of just the same materials. So you might need 2 hotbars full and that's the room. Also, as another side note, the same thing applies with the holes in the wall as before, to where if you have a, like, strip jungle pillar, you don't want to break that, basically. The jungle pillars are priority over them. And also, don't forget about filling over top of the doors. That is, I guess, important. But yeah. Like, I'm mainly worried about this guy here, because you only have the top stair for this. That one. You don't have the stair on the, like, left. Anyway. I think we'll actually do ceiling next, right? Maybe. Potentially. I don't see why not. Because I think having that just done will be nice, because there is coal in the ceiling, so might not be a bad idea to just get everything filled, you know? Yeah, I don't know. You should end up with this. Cool. For the ceiling. This is weird. Oh, it's so weird. So this first room here, you're going to take the strip jungle pillar kind of either side of the door, extend up, then I'll go back by 5, and then I'll connect together there. And that'll give you a 4x4 square, which you can just take the corners and extend the jungle out. And for the next room, it is actually a continuation to an extent. The only thing that actually continues is the positioning of this. So if you bring this strip jungle continuously back, if you were to take the front, you'll leave a gap of 4 and connect it across like here. And essentially, because going front to back, you have pretty much just like rows of 4. It should all work perfectly. At least, again, this way. Across, it's going to be a little strange in spots, but the strip jungle will kind of look like this almost. Once you have it all, and then you'll just fill in with the beehives and whatever. And yeah. So much recording. That's one thing that I've noticed with these is like I can... this was not bad because, again, 13 parts, or I guess 12 parts is really manageable to do even in a short amount of time. But like I will start by just like flying through it. I think in the first week of this I recorded 8 parts. It was like 8 parts in... I think it was in a 5-day span. And it was like 2 a day for every non-tutorial or non-live stream day for YouTube. And then after that, I like slowed down a little bit. I think I recorded 1, or I took a break. Then I recorded another 2 in a day, and then I took a break and recorded another 2 today. So like I can definitely start really just getting it done, but I will hit a point to where I'm like, okay, that's plenty. But I mean, as long as I can get enough ahead, I guess, whatever, you know. Anywho, you should end up with this. Couple things I want to do kind of all simultaneously. One of which being the lights in the ceiling. That is important. So get rid of... Get rid of like the 4 things in front of your block of coal. And get out ochre frog lights. oak trap doors. Black concrete. Just accidentally popped my ears. That was really weird. And we'll go barriers, and you can actually get rid of one more thing, which I'll just pick the beehives as the lucky contestant and get out oak signs. Oh yeah, we also need oak doors, so I'm going to get rid of the jungle and get that out. Sorry. In this first room, the first panel, like, through the door, just the front two center beehives replaced with ochre froglets with oak trapdoors underneath. The top left corner here, if you essentially stand in this corner, kind of each block around you replaced with coal to create that weird optical illusion. Like so. On this left row of the ceiling, just behind this jungle, you're replaced with this with a coal on the ceiling, and also actually in line with it in the floor, or on the floor. Where this doorway is, just to the right of it and kind of up, you'll replace this stripped oak with a coal at top right one, along with the beehive in the ceiling. And in this doorway, it's an oak door with the handle to the left, like so. For each of the holes in the wall, I'm just going to tell you to place the barrier in the middle with the oak signs again off either stair and that barrier. And to the right if it's not a strip jungle. This one is weird, however, where you have the blackstone. You're basically placing an oak trap door off of that blackstone stair off the top half, along with one to the right. And if you kind of, you should be able to, never mind, you can't crouch in here, but if you kind of head to the outside, you can crouch and place an oak sign off the back side of that trap door, like so. That's the only one that is there. I'm not going to worry about the ones in this next room, though, because they're all pretty self-explanatory. Other than this one is kind of weird. It is still what you would expect, though. There's a couple signs we'll have to break again throughout, but that is fine. Where this coal is showing from the other side, you'll also replace the beehive here with coal. On the left side, just behind this oak plank panel and behind the jungle pillar behind it, you replace the top stripped oak wood here with a coal along with the beehive in the ceiling. Tracing that down, I'm going to replace the plank in line with this jungle pillar with a coal, which will actually be brought up by one. I know that it's very strange. That's because it's like covering a barrel. You'll see that later. And you'll extend that coal forward with two coal that are in the floor, and the back more one you'll extend right. Where this hole in the wall is here in the back right, above it you'll replace the stripped oak wood with a coal, just above this stair, along with the beehive in the ceiling and one to the left. I will also break the oak plank in the floor just kind of in front of it here with a coal and extend it both forward and left. Oak door in the doorway with the handle facing to the left. This one is blocked off with oak planks, but I'm just going to use stripped oak wood since I have it and I don't care. The left side here, you'll just fill this in with black concrete to block outside of the room. That was a weird lag spike. I don't think there's any light in this room. There is not. However, for all the hole in the walls, you're doing the same thing with the barrier, oak sign off either stair, and the barrier and one to the right of the barrier. Again, if it's not a jungle in the way. And then, really with all of them in both rooms, you will want to head to the outside of the map. I might be able to do actually through this guy over here. Yeah, and you can just black them all off with black concrete from the back. I didn't really plan that very well by blocking off the door before then, but whatever. And that should give you something like this. Cool. While we have the trapdoors, I actually think we're going to make all of the shelves, right? Is that all that uses trapdoors? The shelves? Well, there's that one, but that doesn't really count. So starting with where we already placed them here on the, right in this first room, you want to actually bring that row of trapdoors both down and up a row with kind of them in the same positions, like so. And then if you just place off of these sides oak trapdoors going floor to ceiling that are, up against them, then that'll give you a nice shelf. In the back right where you have these weird strip jungle, actually off of each of these strip jungle blocks, you'll place an oak trapdoor off the bottom half. pillar to the left of it all open against, like so. If you look at the doorway here where you entered the room, there is a trapdoor off of this right block. Not sure why, but it's there, so. In the next room, on the right side, you want to take the, I'll say the second chisel bookshelf here, and again, go floor to ceiling with it with oak trapdoors open to the back half. Gap of 3, open to the front half. And then it should just be the next block back that you can. You'll have them open to the back half of this block. Again, gap of 3, open to the front. Alright. Each trapdoor except for, well, okay. I'll start with this one. The first shelf of these, like, first 2 trapdoor rows, you'll connect together each row in line with the top half of the block, except for the top row. The other one is a bit odd. You'll do that with the bottom where the chisel bookshelves are. Next row you'll do it, except the furthest left trapdoor will actually be shifted up and off of this stripped oak wood, which would then mean you'll have trapdoors off the bottom block of the top row, or bottom half of the top row, rather. Turning around where you kind of have this corner, off of the first and last chisel bookshelves, you'll have oak trapdoor rows open kind of, again, floor to ceiling, kind of pointing towards each other like so, and do the same thing with the trapdoors between them in line with the top half of each of the 3 bottom blocks. Cool. Next up, you can head back into the first room and we can start to get things finished. Clear your inventory and get out the following: oak fence, paintings, block of stripped bamboo, bamboo mosaic slab. Oh, that's really annoying, actually. Pistons. Where are pistons? Why can I not find them? There they are. Beehives. Chiseled bookshelves. Oak signs. And oak buttons. Looking at the door again where you would enter, off of either side of the top half of it, you'll place oak fences. This is like the little barricade you put over to block the door so Inky Boy can't come through. If you are, pretend that you just walked into the room, and on the right side, this strip jungle pillar here on the kind of corner, right of it by a block above eye level, you'll place a 1x1 painting there. You might need to do weird things. That does count as weird things, yes. Just opening that trapdoor and placing a block above. And I like the one that is pretty much fully black and white. There we go. That took way longer than it should have. In front of the little, like, shelf here, you'll place a block of stripped bamboo with a slab on top. You'll have to break a sign for that, but that is okay. On the left side, this stripped oak wood wall. Pretend that you're just look at it for a second and take the leftmost row. From the bottom left, you'll place an oak sign. Right of it by a block, a piston. Right of that by a block, a chisel bookshelf kind of facing across. Above the piston, oak button. Above that, a beehive facing out. Left of that by a block, another beehive. You will pretty much copy that pattern right 2 more times. So you'll have the sign, piston, bookshelf, and then I'll just go sign, piston, and you would have a bookshelf, but I guess that's that one actually. And then again, above either piston, button, above that beehive, which will be brought left by 1. Get rid of just your oak sign and oak button for now and get out blackstone and sandstone walls, because I think a lot of this will be useful for the next room. Not the paintings, I can tell you that much. Off of the only strip jungle pillar in this room that is kind of fairly obviously there, this guy, to the left of it you'll place a blackstone wall to top. Below it a sandstone, and then below that another blackstone. From this point, you want to head through this oak door, and in the front left corner, you'll place a block of stripped bamboo with a slab on top. Off of the pillar here on the left side, this strip jungle one, you'll place at the top of it a blackstone wall. Same with actually directly across from it on the right. Sandstone below either one, blackstone below that. Get rid of the aforementioned painting and get out bamboo trapdoor. Sorry, don't tell me we need a painting. Kick it, we don't. And where that block of coal is that is sticking up, you want a block of strip bamboo to the right of it, facing right. Trapdoor open to the right. Slab on top of the coal that is a bamboo one. Extend that back by 1 and place a block of strip bamboo below that overhanging slab. On the right side from this front line of trapdoors, you'll have a block to the left like so with a slab on top. Behind that, a block facing front to back with a trapdoor open against it. Back right corner, block of strip bamboo, slab on top. Again, you'll have to break a sign. Like 2 more things and we're done. On the left side, this strip jungle pillar, not the back corner one, but one in front. Blackstone wall to top, sandstone below, blackstone below that. And finally, you can just clear your inventory and get out 2 things. A dark oak sign and some yellow dye. And where this oak door is here, you want to, well, actually you want to be the pillar to the right of it, and a block right of that. At this stripped oak wood, I guess the center of the 3. Dark oak sign, down a line. The same less than symbol, the hyphen or dash, and then a space. Exit typed in all caps, and then you can place your yellow dye on it. I've got a couple buttons here that are back to hub and to chapter 3 just because I didn't want the thing where you would automatically get teleported there and you get the option as to where you're going to go. But anyway, once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is Batum chapter 2 complete. Guess what? That took the same amount of parts as the first one, which is kind of funny. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video along with this whole tutorial. As for Batum 3, I am not far enough to make it. The whole thing should be Let's Builds though, so if you'd like to follow along, you are more than welcome to. Just that it really depends, I think, on how long it takes me for if I make that step to make a tutorial on it. Because I don't want to commit to that big map yet until I am finished with the chapter itself. Which won't be for a while because I'm not really actively working on it. It's kind of fallen behind other projects. But yeah, it's not forgotten about. Trust me, it'll get picked back up at some point. I just need to get other maps sorted out right now. And frankly, everything outside of maps also sorted out. That's a thing. But anyway, that is also, with that being said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night. And I will see you on the next one. Peace.